We want to check in with CBS 17's Colleen Quigley. She was actually in New Bern earlier this week, Morris, where she was talking about people were getting ready because of the potential for flooding. She's close to that area. Colleen, are you actually in Riverbend or are you in New Bern now?
No, Angela, we are right near downtown New Bern. We were trying to get to the area that we were earlier this week, but we couldn't because it's so full of water. But I want to show you over my shoulder. There's a family behind me in a house, and they are waiting to be rescued. I walked as far as I can down this street, but the water was up to my thighs, high on my thighs. It was just not safe to go anymore. They said this amount of water has happened in the last 2 hours. You can see there's a Mercedes, I think. The water is up to the wheel wells. They said this happened recently. I do see a boat, guys. I see a boat down there, an SUV, it appears, with a boat, hopefully coming to get this family. When I asked them, they said they called the police. The police initially said they couldn't come, according to the family, or they were working on it, that there was, well, there goes that boat. Okay, hopefully somebody comes back. They said that they had called the police and initially were told they couldn't come, and then were told that they had someone working on it to try and get them out of there. They said with the way the water is moving, if you guys could see, the wind is pushing it toward their house, and they said the water just keeps coming into the house and into the house. They said they have never had flooding like this before. Angela, when we were in Riverbend a little while ago, we heard the same thing from families there, from the volunteer fire department captain. They have never seen flooding like this in New Bern. You know, we knew that they were going to get flooding. They knew they were going to get flooding, but everyone I spoke to today said they did not anticipate anything like this happening here in New Bern. So we're going to stay out here, hopefully help track someone down for this family. There's at least 3 or 4 of them in that house again. And again, they said that this happened in the last 2 hours, that it wasn't like this last night or even earlier this morning because of storm surge. The water just keeps continuing to rise. Again, I walked as far back as I safely could before it just got too high, that it was impassable, really. So we're going to stay out here and hopefully help track somebody down for them. Back to you guys.
Colleen, we want to stay here with you. Obviously, hopefully somebody out there watching can help that family, can get them out of there. Colleen, have you been able to talk to anybody officially with the community? Steve Sprasia, when he came in earlier after being out there all morning, said he couldn't get anybody from the city or the community to go on record about what was happening. Have you heard anything?
So where we were in Riverbend was on Plantation Drive. It's a area right near several ponds, and we spoke with the REMS volunteer fire department Captain Dale. He is one of the captains for their medical response unit, and he was there. They had about 100 people that had been evacuated from their homes. And again, it's what I was telling you. They did not expect this amount of flooding. They said this area floods. When it rains, they get water. But in Riverbend, the area we were earlier, everyone there said they have never seen anything like this. Even the captain we were speaking with said they had never seen anything like this. They had, again, 100 people that they rescued, along with the FDNY who was there in their swiftwater rescue boats. They were pulling people out of their homes because the water just got so high and it happened so quickly. They just weren't expecting it. And so he said they've actually run out of all of their supplies, and that he said to me, if they had to do tomorrow what they did today, rescue all those people, he doesn't know if they'd be able to do it. He hopes that those rescues in the Riverbend community, which is about 10 minutes from where we are now, he hopes they're done with those rescues. They think they got everybody out that they needed to get out. But again, where we are now, downtown, is much, much closer to the Trent and Neuse rivers. If you're familiar with New Bern, you know it's a beautiful community that kind of sits at the corner of those 2 rivers, and that they do anticipate flooding. Did anticipate flooding. When I was here earlier this week, you know, that's what they expected to see. But again, nothing like this. This is not what these people thought they were going to be dealing with. I don't know if my photojournalist Dave Hatman can pan over to this house over here. You see it's boarded up. It says, "Pray for us, go away, flow." We saw a lot of that at the businesses downtown, these houses like this. But again, just really took these families by surprise, I think, is what happened.
Colleen, you said you talked to those people. Set the scene. How many people are in that house, and how many people need to be evacuated? Is the water up to their waist as well?
Yeah, I can't walk down there. They can't walk. They can't come out. It's up so high, and they said it's creeping into their house. There's about, I think, at least 3 people, maybe 5. If I step out of the way, you can see some people by that Mercedes. And if you look, there's a woman trying to get into the driver's side of the car, and the water is up over the wheel well. Again, they just said this happened in the last hour or two. So there are about, I would say, 3 to 5 people. It looks like all adults that I was speaking to, 3 adults in that house. And again, they said they called the police initially and were told nobody could get to them. And when they called the police again, they were told somebody is working on it. So they're now just waiting it out, hoping somebody comes to get them before the water continues to get even higher into their home. You could try and walk, but again, it was to the point. I walked up to that house next to it with the brick steps, and the water was at my mid-thigh, almost up to my hips. And if you're older, or just say, even not if you're older, I didn't feel safe walking any further, so I don't blame them for not wanting to walk out any farther than they are for their own safety and well-being.
Colleen, earlier we saw a boat being hauled in the back of a truck. Is there any sense that boat was there to help them?
It's hard to say, Marius, because this area, here comes a car. It's, yeah, I wouldn't go down this way, guys. It's flooded out. I wouldn't drive there. You're not going to be able to drive down. There's people trying to come through. All of the roads around here are flooded like this. We tried to go further. We tried to get into downtown Craven Street. It's the historic downtown, and you just can't get there because everywhere looks like this right now. So people, that boat could have been for them, but it's very likely that there are other families in this exact same situation further down in this neighborhood. This whole area here, I would say this pocket, is filled with water.
Colleen, such good advice there, telling that car to turn around, because the problem is if they were to try to drive through there, and even if they made it, that water is going to ripple into their house, and you know they may have like 4 inches of water. That could be 5 inches later, so you got to be extra careful.
Right, it wouldn't be, you know, this is like that old adage we tell people, turn around, don't drown. I mean, I don't think they would have gotten any farther in that car, but Angela, like you said, the wake from that car, the wake of the water would go into the house, and that's what the gentleman who was standing on his porch a little while ago was saying. The wake from the water plus the waves and the wind pushing it, it's just driving the water more and more into his home.
All right, Colleen, we're going to check in with you in just a little bit. Of course, we're hoping that somebody out there watching can go help that family, get them out. We know that you'll be there. We want you to be safe as well. And we'll check in just a little bit. Again, Colleen is in New Bern in Craven County, which obviously is an area that has seen a ton of rain. And unfortunately, more rain's expected.